Welcome back to North to Prem. In today's episode, we are away to Sheffield Wednesday in the second round of the FA Cup. We'll follow that up with either a replay in the FA Cup if we do manage to get a draw, if we manage to beat or more likely lose to Sheffield Wednesday, who are in League One, whilst we're down in National League North. Then we're going to play Curzon Ashton away in the FA Trophy. You know what? We're not too bothered on the FA Trophy. Let's not even do that. We'll go away to Blythe in the National League North and take a look at how our league campaign is doing. We did manage to beat Bolton in the last round of the FA Cup, who are doing really well in League One, whereas Sheffield Wednesday are actually down in 17th in League One and have actually not won in quite some time. Well, they won a 1-0 away to Plymouth, but before that it was actually quite a bit before. So they haven't won in quite a few games. They haven't won many in quite a few games. They only managed to beat Bishop Stortford 5-3, so they only actually managed to beat them 2-0. Well, 2 goals, who are doing really poorly in our league. So I think we've got a really good chance here. Peterborough just beat them away 3-2, so there's a good chance we could do the Peterborough double here. The finances are looking much better now that we've had our big away tie to Bolton, which again we're going to have another big away tie this time to Sheffield Wednesday. So on a personal note, we have had a couple bits of business as well. Well, not bits of business, but bits of, I guess, admin stuff. So we did manage to do our National B license, which has upped our reputation to a 4-star now. Yay! So we are getting a little bit of reputation in the game. So we've used up our yearly national what they call coaching course. We've going up from National C to National B. We've used up our one coaching course, but we have also signed a new deal till the end of next season. We've went up a whole £25 a week. Yay! So we have got a deal till the end of next year. So we are locked in. Potentially, we obviously can move if a team comes in and offers us a job, but given our low reputation, even though we are a manager with a 72% win percentage, I'm pretty good at the game, we haven't really had any interest so far, but we're looking really good. We're looking like we're going to be a National League side anyway. I don't think anything higher than National League would probably be interested in me at the minute anyway, so whether we'd even take the job is really up for debate, because things are going really well and we have a squad that I think if we do go to the National League next year, we'll be able to go for another playoff run. So let's throw the rest of the reserves who are actually fit onto the bench. You know what? I know he's not fully fit, but we do need another centre back. We'll leave Titchmarsh out. So this is the team that we're going to go for our away trip to Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup. We've got Cowler in goal, a back four of Hui, Connor Johnson, who's coming back from injury. Well, let's actually swap those around. Connor Johnson, who's coming just back from injury. He's still not fully fit, but he should be okay to get through this game. Alfie Doy, who hasn't played much, but he has came in for the last couple games due to some injuries at the centre-back position. And then we've got Brendan Horton at left-back. Ben Chalner fits into defensive midfield because Harry Titchmarsh is currently still out with an injury. He'll partner up with Joe Knight. We've then got a now familiar 3 of Kiddo Taylor-Hart, Ibrahim and Kamani Ryan, who are all absolutely doing amazing recently. And then Caleb Chukwuemeka up top. We have got, obviously, our bench, which is full of players who are currently have interest elsewhere that we're trying to move on to try and free up the wages. Other than that, I forgot to mention we actually did play Darlington in the National League North, but we did win that 2-0 away from home with goals from Kiddo Taylor-Hart and Kamani Ryan. So those 2 wingers looking really good. So Sheffield Wednesday, not in great form. They are obviously still a League One team. Let's see the kind of calibre of player. But we did beat Bolton, who are doing much better in League One than Sheff Wed are. So could we potentially cause a second cup upset, or even a cup set, if you like to call it that? And we could even get ourselves into the third round, which is when all the big Premier League teams come in. So that's the Sheffield Wednesday team. Let's go and let's try and beat Tony Mowbray's men. Let's see if we can get anything. It looks not mega full, but there's definitely quite a few people there, definitely more than we get at home. So actually looks a little bit empty. Is there any way to see this? Is there any way to see, where is it? The match stats. Okay, 10,000. So it's about, I think, what we got in the Bolton game. So we should probably get another, probably another 100k-ish coming in. And if we can win this, we'll even get some prize money as well, which would be really good. So probably another 100k, but that's, for us, that's massive because we've been in the red for so long, basically since we started the job. Kind of part way through the season last time, so we haven't really been in the positive ever. So the fact that we are in the positive now is really good. The board have only had to put money in a couple times, so it's nothing crazy. They're not, sunken the club into, they've not put themselves into debt to sustain the club. So I think they've only put in about 50, 60k so far in one go. So it's nothing crazy. But Sheffield Wednesday are on the attack here. But obviously, if we can make some money, then we will not have to rely on any board investment. But a great block there from Knight, who has obviously signed a new deal, like we mentioned in the last episode, till the end of next season. And he's a League 2 quality player by our coaching staff's recommendations. So that's a really good player to get down, even at this level. But even if we were to go up a level, he's still a great player to have. So, but Sheffield Wednesday are looking like a bit of a better side than Bolton did. They are very much trying to match us with a 4. Well, we've gone for obviously a 4-2-3-1. They've gone for a 4-3-2-1, so a little bit more defensive than us, and they just don't have the cojones that we have. We really go for it. But obviously we are playing a little bit of a combination that hasn't really played too much together. It's very much been Alfie Doy and Kobe Small, or Kobe Small and Connor Johnson. I don't think Johnson and Doy have ever actually played together. So we are managing, but I say that they haven't really played together, but we are still holding on to our clean sheet. It's been a bit of a boring game, actually. Not really seen any highlights from either side. We are a little bit rotated, obviously, with a couple injuries, but very much still a first team from us. So if we can go and nick this, that would be great. As Kamani Ryan whips it in, and we do go ahead. It's Kiddo Taylor Hart, who is looking like a fantastic sign. And technically, he's not very good, but he does seem to score quite a lot, and I think he's just got that bit of pace. Kamani Ryan is another one we signed fairly recently. He's obviously been here a little bit longer, but he looks like another good signing. And I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't have the foresight to try and sign him till the end of next season, but there you go. So we are 1-0 up. Peterborough Sports lead, and once again we do lead a League One opposition. And could we go through the third round of the FA Cup? That would be huge. As Ahui picks up the loose ball, looking for an option. He's brought down by the Sheffield Wednesday defender, and we do have a penalty. And it's a chance now for Caleb Chukwuemeka to put us 2-0 up. Now, obviously, we did go 3-0 up against Bolton, and ended up actually having to take that to a replay. Oh, but the keeper's done really well. I don't think it was even a bad penalty. Chukwuemeka's hit it really hard. He's put it in the corner, but the keeper's just managed to pull off an immaculate save. Just really got himself across. And it does remain 1-0. I thought Ryan was going to follow up there from the corner and make it 2, but unfortunately it does remain 1-0, and that has absolutely rocked Chukwuemeka's rating. I always think that's ridiculous. If you miss a pen, your rating doesn't go down that much. Who cares? You miss a pen, it happens. It shouldn't indicate how badly you've played this game, I don't think. But there you go. As Knight has a free kick, but unfortunately it doesn't even test the goalkeeper. 10 minutes to go. We do lead the game, and I'm not going to make any subs. I'm not going to touch anything because Sheffield Wednesday haven't really done too much. Neither have we, to be totally honest. We haven't done too much either. But even with the penalty, the penalty miss, we have looked the better side. And just 2 minutes of added time, and if this just manages to trickle out, and it does, we have managed to beat Sheffield Wednesday, and we will go into the third round of the FA Cup. That is unbelievable. Wow. Another League One opposition dispatched, and we are having quite the cup run. This really is the the famous magic of the FA Cup. We once again, we're doing really well, so we are in good form. And I always say this, if you've got a team who's doing really well, even if you're in a lower division, if you've got that sort of momentum, that means a lot in Football Manager. Probably more than it does in real life, to be honest. But there you go. So we have won, and we've actually got another 67k. Let's see what... We've got loads. Did we get more money than when we played Bolton? How much did we get for Bolton? So it was about 9,400 to 10,900. Not too crazy, but we do seem to have absolutely rocked up the balance, and we're now up to 322k. We were 60k in the red before we played Bolton away. So that just shows you how important these cup runs are. So the FA Cup third round isn't actually for a while, so we won't come back for that for the second game, but we will come back for that next episode. The next episode, I guess we'll come back for the third round of the FA Cup, but for now, let's go away to Blythe and let's refocus on the league, and hopefully we'll see who we're playing in the FA Cup before the end of the episode as well. So we do actually have the FA Cup third round before we get to the Blythe game. So I'm going to do this live. Let's see who we're going to get in the FA Cup. This is where the big Premier League clubs come in. So if we could do something. Gareth Southgate's hosted it. England manager Gareth Southgate hosting our little third round tie. So obviously there's a lot of teams in here that aren't very good still. So if we could get someone like that, even if we could get like a York or a Weymouth, or I'm trying to think who else is. I mean, it's mostly league football league clubs now. Yeah, Halifax. I guess we could. They're still pretty good though. I feel like we'd probably still lose that. Boston maybe. Sutton Gateshead wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, what we really want though is a big away tie. What we really don't want is like Man United at home, because we just get beat and we wouldn't get too much money for it. So we are doing okay in the finances, so it's not the biggest problem. If we get a League 2 side, maybe we'd have a chance there as well. But very much League 1 and above, I'd expect us to go out. But we have beat League 1 the last 2 times, so we will advance. Fulham away would be good, so we won't get that one. Aston Villa away would again be good if we could get some sort of big Premier League side. Hull away would be okay because they've got a big ground. Sunderland already came out. That would have been good. Crystal Palace away, that would be amazing. But they unfortunately get Wimbledon. Portsmouth, West Brom away. Any of these are big grounds, so it would be good. Spurs away, that would be mint. That would be good. It's Accrington. I would have loved that one. See, Shrewsbury away is the kind of one where you don't really want it because it's not really massive. And you'd probably get beat. Okay, it's Liverpool, which would have been a really good one to get away. But there you go. Molineux, could we go to Molineux? No. Leeds got them. Arsenal away. Let's go to the Emirates. It's Bournemouth. Huddersfield away. That would be okay. There's Oxford United. Blackburn away. That would be okay. Sheffield United. Birmingham away, that would be really good. I thought that was us. Because St Mary's is quite big, but it's actually Peterborough who've got Birmingham. It's not us. Stockport away is the kind of one where we'd probably get beaten. You probably wouldn't make too much money. Southampton are out. It's not going to be us. Let's just keep going until a big club comes up. Like Rochdale in the National League, that will be okay because I think we'd give them a game and maybe even beat them. But they've got... See, that's what you don't want. You don't want that. You don't want Man City at home because you're not going to win and you're not going to really make any money from it. Brighton away, more Premier League times. This is the one we want. We want Man United away. That is the dream. Old Trafford away. Please, can we get it? Come on, be us. Be us. It's Halifax. They're going to love that. Because that's a massive away trip for them. In terms of money and income, and in the National League, you do need that. Man United gone. Both of the Manchester clubs gone. I mean, there's some big clubs still left in it. Chelsea, Newcastle away, that would be good. West Ham away, that would be class. But there's still some teams in there we could probably beat, like Yeovil and stuff. Right, let's go away to Chelsea. No, Burnley. Salford, Wigan wouldn't be the worst. I mean, Wigan away would be okay, but you'd probably still expect us to get beat. Tranmere, okay. Newcastle away, that would be good. That would be really good. I'd really like this one, actually. Millwall. Cardiff, Coventry, Brentford, I don't really want that. Forest Green, I mean, maybe we'd have a chance at beating them, so that wouldn't actually be that terrible. Rotherham. Yeovil away, we could beat them, so I would like that one. West Ham are gone now. I don't really want Bristol City away. I don't think we get probably some money, but not too much. Okay, well, we got Bristol City away. It's not the worst. They are a championship side. But they get very similar. It's kind of similar to Sheffield Wednesday kind of attendance. Maybe a little bit more. It's very similar to Sheffield Wednesday. So we will get some money, but nothing crazy. So we have got Bristol City away. So at least it's away, though. At least we got it away. So we are going to make a little bit of money there. So, yeah. So next episode, we'll come back for that. I think that might be the end of our FA Cup run, unfortunately. So for our second game of the episode, we are back in league action. National League North away to Blythe Spartans. This is the team we're going with. Cowler in goal, a back four of Ahui, Kobe Small, who's back from his suspension, Connor Johnson and Brendan Horton. Midfield two of Ben Shalner and Joe Knight. Then we've got a familiar front four, Kiddo Taylor-Hart, Ibrahim, Kamani Ryan and Chuck Wameka. The bench looks like that. I think we should be beating these, but we are very much cup focused at the minute, so maybe we will be a little bit distracted, but amongst all these distractions, we do need to keep up our league form because that is, overall, it's good to get this money and it's good to get these fun games, but overall our focus has to be the league because we do need to be getting up this year because we are very much in a title race with Scunthorpe, who are right behind us, so we need to very much replicate the form we've already had this season. So away to Blythe, they're in 9th, so definitely not a easy side to come to. But hopefully a side we can beat. But hopefully we haven't been too distracted from the cup games and we can actually come out here and still put in a good performance. I'm already thinking for next episode we'll come back for Bristol City and kind of do the same thing we've been doing. Maybe a replay if we somehow manage to get a draw. Otherwise, we'll just do the next league game. If something interesting happens in the FA Trophy, then maybe we'll come back for that at some point as well. But like I said, it's probably going to be, you're talking more of a semi-final or a final. But it is Blythe with the corner who tried to whip it in, but we do manage to get it clear. But it's come straight back out, and it is going to be Blythe. And I thought we maybe gave away a penalty there, but we just kind of launch it up and very much looking to just get the ball out. But Blythe comes straight back in. They whip it in, and it's kind of just dancing around, and JJ Hooper puts it in to put Blythe 1-0 up, and that's really not what you want to see, because we have not looked our usual self here. We are very dominant in this league, and it doesn't look like we're going to be doing that today, as Scunthorpe are winning in their game as well, which would mean we would be level. We'd probably still be top just because of how many goals we've scored and how many we haven't conceded as well. Our goal difference, basically, what I'm trying to say, is really good. But we don't really... Oh, wow, I thought we just saw a wonder goal there. We don't really want to be leaving it to goal difference, because we could very much lose more games, and Scunthorpe are looking really, really strong. So we do need to get back in this and try and get the win. A draw isn't really even that good either, to be honest. We should be winning these kind of games, but Knight with a great effort there from distance. But unfortunately, we haven't looked our usual self, and I think we are very much distracted by these cup games, which is not good, because, like I say, the league really is our focus. It's really fun. Yeah, I love the FA Cup. I love doing these FA Cup games against big sides. I love beating these big sides as well. But the league has to be the focus, because we need to go up. As Knight, I thought, was going to have another one of his special free kicks there, but unfortunately it was not meant to be. And we do actually go 1-0 down in the half, so we need to come back out from this. I'm really not happy. We need to sort this out. We have generally got our best 11 out there. You'd probably obviously bring Titchmarch in the middle. Maybe Simiu would come in, but obviously he's very new. So Connor Johnson and Kobe Small are very much our usual centre-back partnership this year. We have not looked good at all, really not creating anything, and unfortunately we are looking a little bit suspect at the back these days. But we do concede another corner there, and I thought we might come out of this second half and be a better side, but hasn't looked like it so far. Still early days in the half, but we very much need to get back in this, as Blythe are looking to get a bit of an upset for themselves. Obviously, we've been having upsets in the FA Cup. I would think at this point now, because of how good we've been, it would be a bit of an upset, but both of our centre-backs on yellow cards is not really what you want to be seeing. It very much looks like we will make a substitution. I will do that, actually. Let's bring Alfie Doy on for Connor Johnson, who's not really done very well either. I think he's very much going to be a player whose time at the club might be done this season. He's on a bit of a higher wage for his ability. We haven't looked good at all, and I'm just wondering, do we make some attacking changes? But Taylor Hart there does really well using his pace to just nip in and get the ball there, as he's looking for an option, not really finding anything, but he does well, skips around one, plays it into a Hui, who knocks it down to Ben Shalner, who does strike and does manage to find the bottom hand corner. It wasn't the greatest of efforts, to be honest. He really didn't hit it too hard, and the ball just kind of bobbled in, but Ben Shalner does really well there. As the game is chugging a little bit there, but Ben Shalner does well, and we have levelled it up. So even if we don't play very well, if we can go and win this, I'll be happy enough, because I know we've been distracted by the cup. So if we can still get a win, even if we're not at our best, I'll be happy enough with that. I know that that's just the way it goes. Kamani Narayan not having the best game. He is actually on a yellow card as well. Oh, the game's going really slow. Hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue. On the recording side, it is going very slow though. It's very warm here, so the computer, the laptop is a little bit hot. But hopefully you can accept that the game will be a little bit poor for the next 20 minutes of this game anyway. Not obviously in real life, it'll be like another 2 minutes. So hopefully it's not too bad, but hopefully even with the game chugging, even with it being affected by the heat that we're all suffering here in England, hopefully it'll manage to work okay, and we will not concede, and we have conceded, and it's that man again, JJ Hooper, who put Blythe ahead again. And if we don't go up this year, I don't know, because we have been so good. I just don't think we could have a better squad for this level. I really don't. And we've been so consistent. It's just Scunthorpe have been right behind us every game. And any time we drop points, they've closed the gap. And it looks like they've done it again. And it looks like we are going to drop points again. I mean, we've been okay, but I guess we have created a lot, but we just haven't scored. And it's been really poor from the likes of Chukwuemeka and Ibrahim. But we do have a little bit of added time here, but I don't think it's going to matter. It's too late to make any changes. Knight's got a free kick, and it's nowhere near it. It's just not the option. It's just not the right option at this time of the game. And unfortunately, we had that really good win in the FA Cup, but we've followed it up with a very disappointing league loss. So there you go. I mean, that can happen. That can very much happen in Football Manager. You focus on the cups, and you get all excited for the cups, and you drop it in the league. Scunthorpe won away to Merthyr, so they're actually level on points now. So actually, the league is getting very interesting. We are neck and neck now. We didn't realise we do actually have a game in hand. So they must have actually lost a game recently. They did. They lost 2-1. How are Bishop Stortford doing so badly? Because they very much, their form's quite good. Have they had a change in manager or something? Because they're very much turning it around a little bit, I guess. Yeah, I mean, they've won the last 3 in the league. Well, actually, no, they've drew 1. Sorry, I missed that there. They've not lost in 5. I think they're turning things around. I mean, it doesn't make a difference to us. They have moved away from the relegation zone. So, yeah, disappointing loss there to Blythe. It is only our second loss of the season. And, I mean, we are doing really well. But Scunthorpe are just doing so well as well. But hopefully that's not going to be a sign of more things to come because, I mean, we're doing really well. We need to win the league. I don't want to be doing the playoffs again. I would fancy us in the playoffs based on, the fact that basically us two and are really probably favourites to go up. We do have a game in hand, so we still could get our 3-point advantage back. But we do still have Scunthorpe to play as well at home. So hopefully we could get another win there and create a bit of a gap. But that's going to do it for this episode. When we come back, we'll do the away fixture to Bristol City in the FA Cup third round, and then depending on how things work, if we get a replay, we'll probably play that. Otherwise, we'll probably play Guiseley in the league, unless something interesting happens in the FA Trophy, as I say, or even something interesting happens in the league or in the game. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a job offer. Who knows? But hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all for more North to Prem and other Football Manager videos very soon.